Perfect. So, Charles, end of the day here at Knockhill. Saturday, first pole position in the BTCC and professional motorsport. How cool is that?
Oh, really cool. I struggled a bit at Q1, Q2, the lap time wasn't quite there, and then we put on an old set of tyres, which I'd used in FP2 because I ran out of allocation tyres, and then went quickest. So, an unbelievable day. The car felt so good. Just want to thank Al Kikira Car Parts by WSR and my main sponsors, Cognition Land and Water and Thames Materials. If it wasn't for these guys, I wouldn't be on the grid. So, doing them proud, hopefully, and we'll see what we can do tomorrow.
It must be so rewarding because it's been an odd sort of season. The amount of times we've spoke about, the challenges and getting things sorted, and obviously Brands Hatch earlier in the year, which feels like a lifetime ago now, was awesome. So to get another result like that a bit later along the line is really special, isn't it?
Yeah, of course, exactly. I mean, after we went to, after we did Brands Hatch, we then worked out really it was the tarmac that made us so fast. So to do it on a pure pace track like this, where it's been the same for a while, especially last year, is just amazing. The B&W was great last year in the hands of Colin, and Colin's one of my idols. So to repeat his feat from last year, I'm just so proud.
Thinking back to last year, obviously you were in a Porsche slightly different. You had a great weekend. I remember you flying into turn one and plenty of close overtakes. But how does that compare now into a BMW? Is it a bit more suited because it's a touring car, not essentially a sports car?
Yeah, I mean, round here, the suspension setup's just a bit more trick, So let's say it's just a little bit. Hello, Dick Bennett.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. Thank you, Dick. It's all down to that man, to be fair. What a legend. But yeah, I mean, the car's a bit more user-friendly, if you will. More terms like the suspension geometry and the suspension setup is just a little bit more in-depth. It's a bit more we can change, so we can fine-tune it a bit more for this track, and that's really what has gone on there. I'm not sure what to do with my hands. It's the famous Jake Hill, everyone. So it's one of those things that the car's a bit more user-friendly, and especially with the bumps when you're flying it through the air, it just lands a bit nicer. But the lap time's a little bit slower, and for that you've got a bit more time to think. I think we've explained before a few times about when you've just going that little bit slower around the track in terms of lap time, you have that little bit longer to think.
You've got two of your teammates right behind you. Is that gonna comfort you at all? But also, I guess they both want good results as well. They want to be up the top, don't they?
Of course, at the end of the day, we all want good results. We've all got different liveries on our car as well. So we're part of the same team. We share data. We'll have a team plan tomorrow. Of course we will. And we're going to have a race because that's what we're allowed to do with WSR, As long as they don't hit each other off, we can have a race. And I'm expecting a good race with both Jake and Daryl.
And I imagine, as well as you're looking at an overall good result, podiums and trophies, you're going to be keeping an eye on the Jack's ears as well, which that's a good opportunity to get some good points back in that as well.
Yeah, 100%. We've got to start just upping the points in that a little bit. Obviously, clawed back a nice advantage back at Croft. Keep chipping away at that. Still plenty of rounds to go yet. If it comes down to the point of getting an overall race win or Jack Sears win for the weekend, I'm going to take a race win overall. But it's something nice to fight for, especially in my rookie season.
Something that I did want to ask, just to finish off, obviously we listened in on your Q&A session, and I thought I'd have the opportunity to ask a question, but I wanted to ask earlier. Okay, yeah. A little bit sort of linked to this. Obviously your priority is a racing driver, and during the week you're coaching and also doing a lot of, sponsorship sort of things as well. But when it comes to the actual weekend, how do you balance doing the driving every few hours, but then also fitting awkward stuff like this in between? Because as much as you're a racing driver, you're a TikTok star and interviewee as well, aren't you?
Yeah, I mean, firstly, you can't add talking to yourself as one of those jobs I've got to do. It's always a pleasure talking to you, mate. However, there's a lot to do on a race weekend. It's a fine balance. You know what? Today is not as busy as tomorrow. Sundays really are busy. There's a lot of times you want to be kind of sat in the office truck, going through data on your laptop and signing through it all. I found a good way of streamlining it in terms of because I've used the Cosworth systems we're using. These are the same as on the Porsche, so I know the systems well. So instead of getting overlays and doing that, I just ask for the data and go through it myself, which is fine. It's great. It's what I used to do, and it's definitely working. I was doing that from Croft onwards, so it's nice. It streamlines the kind of the process a little bit, so that I have more time, because otherwise you just feel like you're running from pillar to post.
Sounds good to me. Well, best luck for tomorrow, and well done on today.
No, thank you. Always a pleasure to talk to you, mate.